such a pleasure to be at Sophros Recovery here in Tampa. Roxanne Wilder with you, and I am joined by Justin Pitts. He is Director of Outreach for Tampa, as well as Scott Kelly, Director of Outreach for the virtual programs all throughout Sophros. So great to have you both.
Oh, so happy to have you. Thank you so much.
You bet.
To be here.
You know, when you're getting treatment, when you're seeking treatment and you want to recover, the first thing you need to think about is, I need to treat my whole self, because how you found yourself addicted to whatever it might be, it's going to be different for everyone. So how do you treat the whole person here?
Well, we have first of all, we have a great curriculum that we stick to for our group therapy. And secondly, they're assigned an individual therapist. And when they do their assessment, a lot of what they need on an individual basis is going to be tailor-made to whatever therapist that they work with. So we have an individualized treatment plan along with the group therapy to really treat the whole person and not only just treat the substance use, but also, you know, whatever else is happening that goes along with that, which is quite a bit.
Sure, because you talk about the substance abuse, that's happening, generally speaking, because someone's trying to avoid pain and not face things. And, so there are all these different reasons, hereditary components, of course. So Scott, I want to get your take as far as those individual customized treatment plans go. How do you factor in with your virtual program? I mean, you probably can treat PTSD if that's the root cause. You can treat, all the different substance abuses that someone might be going through, and then virtual rolls in as well.
Well, the good news is our curriculum is set up to treat the mental health components that go into the substance use that is occurring. And that can be done, like we said, through the group therapy and individual therapy. So whatever it is that the client is struggling with, we're going to try to address that. One of the things as a challenge for virtual is that a client might be struggling with scheduling or distance to treatment or resources. So that's the ability for the virtual component to come in to meet them where they're at. And, whether it's a morning virtual program or the evening program that we have, we're going to be able to address that at their convenience, because we make it so accessible.
I'd love to get both your takes on group therapy, because again, we've talked in the past about barriers to entry. Some people might be intimidated by that, but I also know there are a lot of benefits.
Well, there certainly are, and just to know that you're not alone and be able to hear other people's stories and what has worked for other people, what is working for other people, and just to find that sense of connection also. It's really helpful. A lot of magic happens in group therapy, and you're not forced to come in and say anything you don't want to say. You can kind of ease into it.
Oh, that makes sense. You go at your comfort level.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you realize, again, you're not alone. You get in there and think, wow, somebody's going through exactly what I went through. And there's comfort in that. There's comfort in numbers. And we often say that the opposite of addiction is community. And when they find that community, that's where healing can start, for sure.
I've talked with someone who's been through your programs, and there was such a comfort. Some of the things that this person was learning was like, I wish I had been taught this in high school as a child, like things that I just didn't know, life lessons, all kinds of topics that are so important. So love what you guys are doing and the success you're creating in other people's lives. It's wonderful. So we're going to give the information. If you know someone that needs to reach out to Sophros Recovery, there's the website, there's the number. Or if you need to yourself, don't hesitate, make that phone call and they'll get you right. Thanks, guys.
I believe we have the